Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. And as you know, the topic for today is EFT for events surrounding physical issues. And this is part of a YouTube live series called EFT for physical issues. So when we talk about physical issues in EFT, it's very important to go back to the time when the physical issue started. And you can do this by asking very simple questions like, when did the problem start? So let's say you have a back pain. You need to go back in time and check, when did the problem start? Whatever you can remember. And how did it start? What was happening in your life? So sometimes there will be one major emotional or physical event that you can really pinpoint. You can tap on that, or there will be multiple events. So you can take up events from you know um, from that time period. It could be from 6 months to a year before the start of the physical issue, and that is really going to be helpful. So for example, let's say you fell while hiking, or you had an injury in the tennis court. These are physical events. These are things that happened to you, due to which the physical issue started. Now there could be emotional events like death of a loved one, divorce, stress at the workplace, stress at home, and other stressful events. So you need to find out what those events are and make a list of those events. Okay, it's showing good. So like I said, you need to go back and find out, when did the problem start, and that's very important. It's very important to tap on that. So how will you tap on physical events? So let's say there's something that happened, one event, or there could be multiple such events. So let's say you had an injury while playing, and then something else happened that strained it further. Let's say you had an injury in your ankle and some while playing, and then something again happened that strained it further and aggravated it. So it's important to take up all these events and tap on them. So let me give you an example. How will you tap on, let's say you fell down the stairs and you injured your knee? So you're going to be tapping on your karate chop or the side of the hand point, and you need to be very specific. Remember to be specific, use your own words. It's very important to focus on what you are feeling. Will be tapping on your side of the hand point and saying, even though I fell down the stairs and injured my knee, I deeply and completely accept myself. So you'll be saying this 3 times, get as specific as you can, and your reminder phrase will be from the top of your head to the underarm point. It's going to be, I fell down the stairs and I injured my knee. So tap on that and then see what emotions are coming up. Are you angry at yourself? Are you angry that you fell down, that you weren't looking, you were not careful enough, you were not alert? Do you feel sad about what happened? So tap on the emotions that come up, and you'll be tapping in this way. So you'll be tapping on the side of the hand and saying, even though I feel angry, and try and take up one emotion at a time. I accept how I feel, or I deeply and completely accept myself, even though I'm angry. I deeply and completely accept myself. 3 times on the side of the hand, and your reminder phrase is going to be the emotion, which is anger. So on each point from your top of the head to the underarm, you'll be saying this anger or this sadness, whatever emotion you started with. Try and tap on that. After you feel better, when you feel that your anger has come down, the intensity has come down, you do a couple of rounds on clearing other emotions that come up. And once you've done that, then you can tap on releasing the impact of the fall, releasing the impact of the physical event. So it's going to be something like, even though I fell down the stairs and I injured my knee, I would like to release the impact of that fall. Even though I fell down the stairs and injured my knee, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I fell down the stairs and injured my knee, I would like to release the impact of that fall. So it's important to tap on the emotions first, and then you can tap on releasing the impact of that fall. However, that impact would have affected you. You need to tap on that and let it go. Now, when you need to also find out what the emotional events were, what was happening in your life at that time. So let's say your back pain started, and the stress levels at home was really high, so you need to tap on that. You need to find out what was happening in at home, what was happening in your workplace, any changes in your life, like did you move to a new neighborhood, or you know move to a new country, changes in your workplace. Was there a death of a family member, loss of a job, hearing about someone's illness, change in job, or a different boss, with whom you don't get along, or having a difficult childbirth experience, divorce. So anything that has been stressful, emotionally stressful, you need to take that up and work on that. So how are you going to do that? It's very, very simple. All you need to do for emotional events is to just do a movie technique and neutralize all the aspects. So you need to work on each event specifically, and the best way to do it is to just to tell the story technique or do a movie technique and neutralize all the aspects that are coming up. And tapping in this way can really help, because in the first YouTube live that we did, it was about releasing the shock of finding out about the medical diagnosis. This is the second part, in which you need to do some detective work and find out what was happening in your life when the physical issue started. And you can go way back and, you know, look at these issues, look at the events that were happening, and work on these events. So you can make a list of these events and work on them. And believe me, it's really going to have a huge impact on your physical issue. It is going to help your physical issue, it's going to heal it. So that's all for today. I think there was some problem with the screen sharing bit. So once this I finish this, I'm going to edit it and put it back, and you can look at the YouTube video with the screen, with the PowerPoint. There was some problem today, and I apologize for that. So that's all for today. The resources are Amit, EFT Universe, Gary Craig, and you can also go to my website, emofree.com, emofreetherapy.com, and you can sign up to get notified about Amit approved workshops in Chennai, and also you get to know about free YouTube live events that I do pretty frequently, at least twice a month. So that's all for today, and thank you for joining me. Have a great day. And if you have any questions, you can go to my Emo Free Therapy page and post those questions there.